Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and today I'm going to review the 4K edition of the DC animated feature, Superman Red Son. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I put out videos every single day. You can also find me over Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd at Movie Guy 365, as well as over at the Disney Magic Hour podcast. I'll put a link for that in the description. Alright, Superman Red Son is here on 4K edition. Standard Blu Ray is also available, but for the purposes of this review, I'm going to be only reviewing the 4K, but I will make a few comparisons over to the Blu Ray side of things during my review. Alright, so let's not waste any time. Let's talk about the picture quality and audio, but first let's do a quick unboxing. Okay, we have the 4K edition slipcover of Superman Red Son, and I dig the cover. It's very cool as far as the alternate history tale of Superman goes. And there we have the back cover and the spine, and we have the interior. It's the same, and then we have the disc artwork, or for this one at least. Blu-ray got the artwork, 4K just got standard black art there. So all right, that's it for the unboxing. Now let's talk about the picture quality and the audio. Superman Red Son sports a upscaled 4K image utilizing HDR. So there's going to be new Dolby Vision. That's going to be over on the digital version, if I am correct there. So we're going to talk about the HDR and the 4K picture of the direct to 4K disc. Now, I've been critical in the past of these films, and like how much of a difference can it be over like your standard Blu-ray? And a lot of times the answer is there's really not a whole lot of difference. But I'm happy to say here that over comparatively against a Blu-ray, the colors I think are the most apparent thing that really just stand out as far as vibrancy. They look great. Everything red is the prominent feature here. This being, of course, Red Son. Soviet era Superman, alternate history as far as the DC comics go. Graphic novel is great, by the way, if you want to check that out. But yeah, red being a prominent color here, and I think it's handled fairly nicely. All the other, little HDR elements that would utilize color, like an explosion or Wonder Woman's lasso, and just the overall aesthetic of the film really is taken up a notch here, and I think color is used fairly nicely. Level of detail is not that much increased. These are, as far as animation goes, this is very smooth animation, so it's just kind of, it's pretty much, there's not going to be a whole lot, like you're not going to be seeing skin texture or anything like that. It's pretty straightforward, so don't look for that. Black levels also are really nice, nicely done here in comparison to color. The dark scenes, nighttime scenes, those are really nice and dark, and they look fairly good, and I think they're really, the HDR really does them a favor, and it just gives you a lot of deepness in those black levels. So overall the HDR picture color looks fairly nice here, and I think you'd be very happy with the results. On the audio side of things, we're going to DTS 5.1, and I feel it's as far as these animated films go, they're not exactly going to be lighting your home theater on fire. A lot of these times, they use kind of more or less canned, special effects audio and that sort of thing. And they don't really get very heavy, and they don't give you very oomph, or there's not a whole lot of life behind it. But that being said, I think Superman Red Son on 4K is probably one of the better audio mixes in the animated library. There's a bit of lack of oomph. That kind of reminds me of over on the Disney side of things, as far as when they utilize their Atmos. But here, it's a little bit on the weak side, but I think it's there's a bit of dynamic audio here. So things are going to be happening in your rears, your fronts sound great. The center channel dialogue comes through nice and clear. But yeah, your rears are actually given quite a bit to do. Action scenes in particular are very lively, and they definitely have a lot of strength behind them. There's a lot of dynamic action, but the overall of the audio mix, comparatively over to let's say something on a theatrical release, it's a little bit of a miss, but it still has, you know, it's still, the speakers are all used fairly nicely. They're used with a lot of discrete, you know, awareness. The LFE kicks in fairly nicely, especially in the back half of the film, near the climax. There was a fair amount of LFE, and it definitely made itself aware, you know, as far as home viewing goes. So that's my review of Superman Red Son. I'm going to go ahead and give the picture quality of this a B+. I think it's very strong. I think it uses the color and the black levels fairly nicely, really nicely, in fact. And I think it's an overall very pleasing, and it's a noticeable upgrade over the Blu Ray. As far as the audio mix goes, I will go ahead and also give that a B+. It's good. It's good. It's fine. It's not going to set the world on fire as far as, you know, your home theater goes. But if you're somebody that likes to utilize your home theater speakers for pretty much everything, I think you'll find a lot to enjoy here. Everything from the fronts to the rear speakers, they all sound good, and they're used fairly nicely. So that's it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of Superman Red Son in 4K. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I'll put up videos every single day. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.